Rick has just released a statement in support of Leah Jeffries and calling the racist outs. So let's go into it. Leah Jeffries is Annabeth Chase. This post is specifically for those who have a problem with the casting of Leah Jeffries as Annabeth Chase. It's a shame that such posts have to be written, but they do. He then goes on to say that this is his opinion, it's got nothing to do with Disney. He's just coming out to talk about it because he has the right to do so. The response to the casting of Leah has been overwhelmingly positive and joyous, as it should be. Leah brings so much energy and enthusiasm to this role, so much of Annabeth's strength. She will be a role model for new generations of girls who will see in her the kind of hero they want to be. If you have a problem with this casting, take it up with Rick. You have no one else to blame. Whatever else you take from this post, we should all be able to agree that bullying and harassing a child online is inexcusably wrong. As strong as Leah is, as much as we've discussed the potential for this kind of reaction, the negative comments she has received online are out of line and they need to stop now. Rick then goes on to say he was quite clear a year ago when they announced the open casting that they would be following Disney's company policy of non-discrimination casting, basically meaning that anyone can apply to audition for the role. And the casting process was long, intense, massive and exhaustive, and Leah was the best one. He then says, I've been clear as the author that I was looking for the best actors to inhabit and bring to life the personalities of these characters, and that physical appearance was secondary to me. We did that. We took a year to do this process, and Leah Jeffries is Annabeth Chase. Some of you have apparently felt offended when your objections are called out online as racist. But I'm not racist. It's not racist to want an actor who is accurate to the book's description of the character. Well, let's examine the statement, shall we? You are upset, angry, etc. because a black actor has been cast to play a character who is described as white in the books because she doesn't look the way you imagined. You are either not aware or have dismissed Leah's years of hard working, honing her craft, her talent, etc., and refuse to believe her selection could have been based on merit. Without having even seen her play the part, you have prejudged her, prejudged meaning prejudice, and decided she must have been hired simply to fill a quota or tick a diversity box. And by the way, these criticisms have come across from all political spectrums from the right and the left. You have decided that I couldn't possibly mean what I have always said, that the true nature of the character lies in their personality. You feel I must have been coerced, brainwashed, threatened, whatever, or that I, as a white male author, never would have chosen a black actor for the part of this canonically white girl. You refuse to believe me, the guy who wrote the books and created these characters, when I say that these actors are perfect for the roles because of the talent they bring and the way they use their auditions to expand, improve and electrify the lines they were given. Once you see Leah as Annabeth, she will become exactly the way you imagine Annabeth, assuming you give her the chance, but you refuse to credit that this may be true. You are judging her appropriateness for this role solely and exclusively on how she looks. She is a black girl playing someone who is described in the books as white. Friends, that is racism. He then says above, I couldn't get it in the post, basically saying, before you cry, oh, I'm not racist, let's examine this further. He then does a quote from Dr. Karma Ennis from the Boston Globe, who created this program about implicit bias, that says, to say a person doesn't have bias is to say that person isn't human. It's how we navigate the world, based on what we're taught and on our own personal histories. Racism, colorism isn't something we have or don't have. I have it, you have it, we all do, and not just white people like me. All people. It's either something we recognise and try to work on, or it's something we deny. Saying I am not racist is simply declaring that you deny your own biases and refuse to work on them. The core message of Percy Jackson has always been that difference is strength. There is power in plurality. The things that distinguish us from one another are often our marks of individual greatness. You should never judge someone by how well they fit your preconceived notions. That neurodivergent kid who has failed out of 6 schools, for instance, may well be the son of Poseidon. Anyone can be a hero. If you don't get that, if you're still upset about the casting of this marvellous trio, then it doesn't matter how many times you've read the books. You didn't learn anything from them. Watch the show or don't, that's your call. But this will be an adaptation that I am proud of and which fully honours the spirit of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, taking the bedtime story I told my son 20 years ago to make him feel better about being neurodivergent and improving on it so that kids all over the world can continue to see themselves as the heroes at Camp Half-Blood. So yeah, the racists, the naysayers and all the people bringing negativity have just been told off by the author themselves. Good to see.